Incidents in the English Channel with the people smugglers sending more inflatable boats into the water in difficult weather conditions. Our Home and Security editor Mark White, as ever, is on top of the story for us. Mark, what are we learning about the situation in the Channel?
Well, we're told that so far at least 7 small boats have been pushed out into the English Channel. We've had several days of really bad weather conditions in the Channel, so nothing has come across. It's improved slightly today, but still, pretty treacherous out there. 30-mile-an-hour winds. Pretty high waves as well, especially for these flimsy inflatable boats that the people smugglers use. So lots of these boats predictably now getting into difficulties and calling the rescue services. So the Dover lifeboat, Ramsgate and Dungeness lifeboats, several Border Force vessels, all responding to incidents.
So this is still our, if you like, maritime force of whatever nature dealing with it, rather than the French.
The French are also involved in these incidents as well. The most worrying would appear to be one that's taking place at the Colbert Light Buoy, which is about 9 miles off the Kent coast. Reports that someone was seen clinging to that buoy, signalling passing shipping for help. That was relayed to the Coast Guard. Rescue services have attended. They found personal belongings on top of the buoy, no sign of any person. So real concern that that person, whoever it was, has been swept into the water.
And this is what we should reflect when we talk about the whole issue about whether the migrants should be coming. But there is a human cost to all this. And clearly some of the reports suggesting children are also on board some of these boats.
Well, there's no doubt, I mean, the majority are young men, and more than 80% of those coming across are young men. But yes, there are some women and children that are on these boats as well. And the real concern that the authorities have is that, there is a potential for large-scale tragedy. We saw it last November, 27 people drowned. But let's not forget, even though that was the 27 drownings in one incident, there have been multiple incidents over the course of the last year or two where individuals have fallen overboard, have succumbed to hypothermia, have drowned, have drifted away, that they've never been found. This may well be another such incident as well that they're responding to.
Now, meanwhile, you were down in Thanet in Kent at Manston for us yesterday at the centre where they are being processed. Presumably that's what they were there for, but they're just being held at the moment. There's now been an urgent question in the Commons today on this very topic.
Yes, that's right, because the Independent Chief Inspector of Borders visited that Manston base himself on Monday and said he was left speechless with the conditions. This is supposed to be a processing centre where, when people arrive on the Kent coast, they're taken to Dover initially, and then they go to Manston for checks that are not supposed to take any more than about 24, 48 hours. Then after that, Mark, they go out to interim accommodation, to hotels, eventually into probably council house stock.
But some of them disappear as well, don't they, as you said?
Well, the Albanians, this is a big factor. The Albanians, by and large, they're not going to qualify for asylum from the country that they left. It's not a war-torn country at all.
Economic migrants.
And they want to come across, according to authorities, to disappear into the illegal economy, more worrying, actually, to work for criminal gangs. So they're put into these hotels, and within a day or two, they disappear off into that illegal economy.
So what happens at Manston, of course, of absolute importance. Mark, for the moment, thank you. And, of course, we'll get an update as you learn more about what's happening in the Channel. Thanks for the moment.